Goddamn Claypool was going off today, wasn't he? Goddamn Claypool was going off today, wasn't he?
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to historic Baltimore, Maryland, and M&T.
Oh. Well, he'll look sleepy already.
With Chesapeake Bay gleaming in the distance, we are inside M&T Bank Stadium near the Inner Harbor in Baltimore, Maryland. The two teams emerging from their respective tunnels a minute ago to the approval of this Baltimore crowd. They're all set as their Ravens will match up with the Dallas Cowboys. The bye weeks are over. It's all about football all the time as we're underway here in Week 13. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked out officially at the 21.
Over first and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
Now the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. And he'll be taken down here at about the 23-yard line. Only a couple for him there on the game's first play, and it's second down. Ball at the 23, second and 8. The give is to Elliott.
Make that fucking block, Connor.
And he goes down right there. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
A tough spot here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 7. They play fake to Elliott. Now Prescott. And that will be incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. Here's more on the return. So a solid punt, but also a nice return there of 14 yards. And the Ravens, they'll take over.
27-yard line.
Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 27. First carry of the game for Christian McCaffrey. And he'll be brought down.
Yeah. Who the hell traded this nigga? Who got the Panthers in this league?
A coaching friend of mine used to tell his running backs before games, make sure you run and jog.
Boy, that boy trade anything.
Get used to the ground shaking when those big behemoths start to create space for you up front.
Christian
He did
McCaffrey.
a pretty good job of just following those
To the
guys
Ravens.
there for a nice explosive run.
4 yards the pick.
I mean, but you ain't traded to no damn Ravens.
2nd inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to
Who
take a
is?
shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on 3rd down and pick up the 1st down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you know, stay with who you know, and go get the 1st down. That's exactly what they did.
And he will be brought down at about the 43 that time. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
16 yards, a 1st down. So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 41. This is McCaffrey on the give. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage.
That's what's been hurting us all year.
Jalen Smith tied for 6th in the NFL in tackles last
Injuries.
year and on the stop there.
Well, we got to play with Andy Dalton.
And 10 at the Cowboys' 40-yard line.
They'll run for the first time with Mark Ingram. A nice opening right away as he'll maneuver his way up.
Damn, all this nigga know how to do is run. He got damn what's his
Much
name.
better shape now on 3rd and just a yard.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up 3rd and 1.
They'll try and pick it up with McCaffrey. And boy, he is very close to a 1st down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. Give him a yard on the play, and he's definitely short. It'll be 4th down and a few inches.
And less than a yard.
From here, this would have been a 48-yarder, but no, they're going to go for it. They'll run for it, McCaffrey. And this will depend on the mark. I'm not sure he pushed the line forward. And indeed, he did not. They stop him. Christian McCaffrey unable to get to the marker. And the Cowboys' defense is going to get him the football back.
Damn, boy.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And you know, it's certainly a lot of football left to play. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're in 1st place in their division, looking really good and looking to be a threat come January.
And are you one of those early holiday shoppers, partner? Are you one of those guys get your list done? Because I think about what every team has on their holiday shopping list right now. What's the number 1 goal? Make the playoffs. Number 2, win your division. Number 3, and I think the biggest goal of all, try to get the number 1 seed so you get that 1st round bye and ensure.
There he goes, Amari Cooper. Touchdown, Cowboys. Amari Cooper, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Cowboys have taken the early lead.
For the point after.
As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky Country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
Fielded near the back of the end zone. And Moore, he's going to sit on this one, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
How many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover. They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. They'll give it up to McCaffrey. McCaffrey. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. Well, they're making an effort to get the ground game going tonight. So far, it's working.
I like what we're seeing from the offensive line. They seem to have the leverage going, and they're controlling things and reestablishing the line of scrimmage, moving that defensive front backwards. I also like what the runner's giving us, too. It appears that he's been waiting all day long to get out here and take off.
The Ravens get a new set of downs, give them 17 on that pickup.
Partner, you know when we call a game, we talk about Lamar Jackson and his speed and his elusiveness and the ability to get him on the ground, how tough that is for a defense. But how about his development as a thrower, as a professional?
On first down, this is McCaffrey. 20! And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Christian McCaffrey, his 11th touchdown of the year. And the Ravens are an extra point away from tying the football game.
Earlier in the week when they had their scouting report meeting, this was the explosiveness that they talked about trying to contain. They were concerned about it all week, yet he still did it to them. Wonder how that's going to carry over the rest of the game.
It's up and good. So these teams match touchdowns here in the first quarter, and we're tied 7-7.
Tucker to kick off for Baltimore.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And this carries into the end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards.
First and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
These two teams all tied after 1. From the 32 now, here's first and 10. Get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Give him 10 there. Good enough for a Cowboy first down.
It's a gain of 10.
Partner, if you want more carries, I think we saw how you get him. Showed that he's got the fresh legs, and he picked up the first down on that run. Don't just ask for him. Show him that you're supposed to get the football.
They stay on the ground, but this time it's Elliott. And not much there at all. Maybe a yard up to the 43.
Ezekiel Elliott, the ball carrier.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
On 2nd and 9, Prescott. They'll set up the screen to Elliott. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. That second down play nets a -4. Now that screen there on 2nd down certainly didn't develop how they had hoped. Is that one they should have even tried, or is that one the quarterback sticks in his pocket?
I think the latter. I like what you said there, because trying is one thing. We can second guess just about every call. But in this case, when you realize that it's broken down, just throw it at the feet of your intended receiver so that no one can pick it off, right? You don't have the ball tipped up in the air, and you come back and try and pick up the first down on 3rd down. That way you don't lose any yardage.
And it's intercepted.
Get the fuck out of here.
Picked off by the safety, Eric Reed.
Well, I tell you, Brandon, this ball's intercepted, but it is 3rd down. So the silver lining is that since this is so far down the field and there wasn't a big run back associated with it, really this kind of works like a punt. It's not an altogether bad result.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown, and now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back. The special teams went out there, handled things. They've got it. They've got momentum. I know they're eager to get out there and put it on display.
First down yardage on the first play of the drive. Give him 14.
34-yard line.
Back to the ground on first. It's McCaffrey. And getting this just shy of midfield. They'll spot it at the 49. That's good for a Raven first down. 15 yards there.
Partner, in our years together, we've never really run into a player that's admitted a doubt or a lack of confidence, right? But right now, I'm just wondering about that interior line because on defense, they're starting to get manhandled at the point of attack. Do they have it in them to figure a way to reverse the tide? Because right now, they're running the ball at will.
On the ground, McCaffrey. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
On 2nd down, McCaffrey. And he's got this one across midfield into Cowboy territory. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
Well, praise has to go to the guys on the offensive line because they've had a very nice, productive day running the football. How about that poor defensive line? They've been knocked around the entire game, and while they slowed them down on that run, can they continue to do so? Because they haven't had much success throughout this ball game.
Dancing to his left. He can run for it, and he will. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 33. Jackson always a threat to run. He's got the first down. He was the NFL's leading rusher among QBs a year ago. All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
And a quick throw here, that's complete. It's a first down on a gain of 10. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. All knotted up at 7. Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. They'll throw on first down with Jackson, eluding the pressure right. He'll run it. He's got Jackson hit, and he lost the football. It's picked up by the Cowboys.
And whatever happened to the days of just getting a fumble recovery? Everyone's into taking it the other way and trying to create points themselves, aren't they?
Well, they are, and now a terrific opportunity inside the 5.
Man, they just robbed me, bro. So what?
So now, just like that, things change dramatically. It's 1st and goal. After the fumble recovery, it's Jackson, and they're going to get him. They bring him down to the sack back at the 16-yard line.
Well, there's still time to rectify this situation because the silver lining, they took a sack on 1st and goal. But that close to the goal line, that still definitely hurts.
First down, a bit of a disaster, and now on 2nd and goal, back even further. Escaping the pressure right. He's going to take off with it. It's just a gain of a couple there on the scramble.
Why does every nigga with Lamar Jackson just, I'm telling you, bro, same scramble
under center instead of throwing it away. Actually a pretty good job of getting past the line of scrimmage, not losing yardage. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Xavier Woods with a pick. He's at the 50, the 30, past the 20. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Cowboy defense has a touchdown.
Greg Zerline lining up.
That was a nice catch, and not by the guy you thought it was going to be. How about the defender turning into an offensive player as soon as the ball hits his hands, and off he goes, off to the races, and into the end zone.
Zerline connects on the extra point, and that makes the score 14-7. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And Moore, he's going to sit on this one, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line.
Well, at least we winning, I guess. Well, we losing in the long run.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity.
This one.
You can never have enough points with
It's
the
a green one over here.
And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
2nd and 4 at the
for that line.
yard line.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. From the gun, it's Jackson. And an incomplete pass. That'll stop the clock here with just under a minute to play in half number 1. Chidobe Awuzie there to
No, ain't nothing of my game plugged up over there. Except for the TV.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. From the gun, Jackson. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 44. And he's able to get it back here.
Good shit, Breon.
3-yard line.
You're trailing, you're trying to get points late in the half. I absolutely understand that. But remember, it's all about the ball.
Yeah, I think he's taking his daughter
you
to
can't get
the
those
restaurant.
points. They just turned it over.
Now you got to be careful because that deficit can get a little bigger on the other side.
14-7, my ball.
They just took over with.
Man, come on, man.
Following the interception, here's Prescott. He's going to take a shot right away for the end zone.
Man,
this is going to be intercepted. It's Chuck Clark picking it off. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense
I'll be
and say,
beating
what's going on with your
myself. These
scheme?
niggas, they gonna be
Maybe we
good.
should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. Inside of a minute left in the half. Does the fact that you're down on the scoreboard influence what you do, or I guess don't do on this final drive?
Blitz
It
play.
certainly does, but what influences me even more is who I've got running my football team out on the field and the weapons around him. Can he make a play? Can he get into someone that we're going to trust to take care of the ball? If that's the case, I might push it a little bit here and try and get something before the half runs out.
Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on 1st down. They go play action now. Jackson. They'll roll him out, and he's going to lose a yard
All
or
these
two.
niggas want to
Taken
do is
down
run with
behind the
Lamar
line.
Jackson.
Ravens going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this 1st half. The sack cost them only a yard. It's 2nd and 11. Jackson from the shotgun. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Sean Lee able to drop him that time for his 2nd sack of the evening. Now after that sack, it's 3rd and long for Jackson and the Ravens. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Okay, Coach. Appreciate it. A 1-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the 2nd half.
So his shit
set
broke.
to receive the football, trailing here as we resume action in the third quarter. Certainly not what they wanted out of the locker room here as they'll start defensively at the 40-yard line. This is McCaffrey. Down the numbers. There he goes. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Christian McCaffrey, his second touchdown of the game, giving him 12 on the season. And the Ravens are an extra point away from tying the football game.
Jay need to be excluded from the league.
Tucker now to add the point after. And we've got a good one brewing. We're all knotted up at 14.
That ties the game at 14. Justin Tucker to kick off for Baltimore.
Nothing separating these two teams on the scoreboard as the kick's away here. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
25-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And their lead has evaporated in this third quarter. It's tied once more as they begin with a 1st and 10. Elliott going to bite off about 7 on that one. A good run on 1st down.
I'd say it's pretty good strategy. If you throw interceptions on back-to-back drives, let's see if the running backs can handle the ball a little bit, get things going. And also, you motivate your offensive line. I think they're in the mood to fire out and hit someone.
I thought the defense, though, might be a little more prepared for that run. Pretty good gain on the ground. And he'll get this only up to about the 35. Call it a gain of 3, but not enough to move the sticks. It'll be 3rd and about a foot or 2.
It's a gain of...
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
The Ravens bring out an extra defensive back here on 3rd. They'll try and run for it with Elliott. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. It's a gain of 12, and the Cowboys pick up the 1st.
Running lanes run a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
So after a good run by Zeke, another 1st and 10. Now a handoff here to his running back. And very little running room there. He did get a couple up to the 49. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
Now a man open down the middle of the field. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Amari Cooper with his 2nd TD of the game, his 6th on the year. And the Cowboys have broken the tie.
For the point after.
Well, that's a heck of a response to regain the lead after we had seen the touchdown to tie the game.
I would say what we just saw there was a great amount of poise, because typically when teams tie the game up, it's a little bit of a, how would you say, you kind of take a step back and have to get yourself regrouped. They regrouped in a hurry, didn't they? They attacked back after they'd been tied.
And in a big way, that was a statement-long touchdown. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. A short kick taken at the 18. The lane opens here. He's past the 30.
Crochet on the return. The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 31-yard line.
Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And coming off a one-play drive that was so deflating for the defense, what's their mentality? How do they rally here and stop this offense?
Well, hopefully there's some determination that sets in because they weren't ready to go on the last one. Give all the credit to the offensive guys for getting it done, but to allow a run of that length, that's just not being prepared. So now, are they determined? Are they ready to read their keys and make the proper plays?
And we'll see how determined they are. And he'll get this up only to about the 33. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
And on 3rd and 8, defensively, they're going to beef up the secondary. 6 defensive backs. Off the play fake, here's Jackson. He's going deep for Brown. It got his man.
Get the man, bro. This shit be so whack, bro.
A good pickup there, 26 yards. They've been struggling in the passing game. Do you like the aggressiveness there? I mean, it worked on that play, but do you like it?
I do, because a lot of the time you're struggling because your passing lanes are clogged. That usually happens when you're throwing the ball underneath. People start to press up on you. Push them deep. Find some space and open things up again. Being aggressive there, I think, will pay off for them.
Now a run with McCaffrey. He's got a first down and more inside the 30. And finally taken down at the 20-yard line. 2 chunk plays in a row. The last one was over 20 yards, and so is this one. Once he broke through that first wave of defenders, there was a pretty big gap there for him to run.
And it helps that they were in a dime defense. That's 6 defensive backs. So this is why a lot of teams now are searching for those linebacker safety combo type guys who can add a little bit more size on the defensive side of the ball, but can still run as well. Because when you run against 6 DBs with some bigger offensive linemen, you often get this result.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. Out of the pistol, McCaffrey. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. Give him a yard on the run there, and that's going to set up a 3rd down and 2. This defense against the run, by the way, they're not top 5, but they are top 10.
So what's your philosophy here? Do you try and run the ball against a team that's pretty good against the run? What if you're a pretty good running team?
And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. A 12-yard touchdown run. And the Ravens can take the lead now if they hit the extra point. He's got the hat trick, 3 touchdowns now.
Did you throw yours? Did you throw yours out?
I didn't have mine. You've got yours. You've got one of those Abe Lincoln hats.
Yeah, and that stovepipe is going right out there for a nose for the end zone. 3rd time today. I think he deserves a tip of the cap.
Tucker now for the extra point. And it's no good. He missed it. And the game remains tied. Oh, boy.
And 20 all. Justin Tucker to kick off for Baltimore.
Fitting for what's been a tight ball game. We're all even at 20 now as the kick's away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
25-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. First down, Prescott. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
Well, so much for getting separation. No chance there. Locked down tight, forcing the incompletion on that attempt.
Baltimore. Third quarter action, 2nd and 10. From the shotgun, it's Prescott. Trying for Cooper again. This time he finds it. And they work this well upfield across the 45. 22 yards on the catch and run, a first down. And he's certainly been a huge factor in this when he's got the 2 touchdowns to his credit. Now they look to him again. He picks up the first.
Yeah, I can hear everyone saying, well, why don't you cover him, double him, triple him, do what you have to do. But sometimes they get locked into such a groove and such a connection, it doesn't matter how many guys are in his area.
He certainly looks to be in that groove right now. A first down carry by Elliott. And across midfield he goes into Raven territory. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5.
Out of the gun, here's Prescott. And Prescott, his 3rd interception.
Man, I want to break this motherfucking controller so bad.
And when I looked down, he was kind of shaking his head right after he threw that pass. What did you see?
Well, from a defense's perspective, anytime you have your eyes back towards the quarterback, you're in a position to make a play on the ball. Whether it's a big-time play by you or an overthrow by the quarterback, you have a much better opportunity.
They start on the ground with McCaffrey. He'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 23.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
On 2nd and 7, Jackson going right side here, and that's complete. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the 3rd quarter of action. Back now in Baltimore. All even as we get ready to start the 4th. The Ravens on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. Here's McCaffrey. And he's going to run into a brick wall right in the middle of the field, and I don't think he got there. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down.
No gain on the play. It's 4th down.
Tie game, 4th quarter, and they're going for this thing on 4th down. Here we go with McCaffrey. And he gets it to the 32. Good enough for a first down. Just a gain of 3, but they'll certainly take it as they convert on 4th down. So he needed 1. He ended up getting 3.
And I really like the way he ran that one, too. That's really intelligent running because oftentimes a running back can get too greedy. Try and hit the home run on a play where you just need a few yards. Well done there, making sure you got the first down and not worrying about trying to get a touchdown.
His carries tonight, they're getting up there, so maybe one of those every now and then is understandable.
I would agree with that. Understandable every now and then. Sometimes you come back and you fake it to him and go play action. But other times you say, okay, they got him on that one. We'll come back to him in another carry.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 16 yards, a first down. Both teams working on short rest, but this has been one of the better Thursday night games we've seen as they come up here on 1st and 10. This is McCaffrey on the give. And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
And he will go down. A Cowboy sack.
That's that flat.
A good drive, quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
Here's Jackson on 3rd and long.
Man, come on!
That's Andrews. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. How about that? They weather the storm of a 3rd and 17 to pick up the first.
10 at the 24-yard line.
So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. McCaffrey. And not much.
It's time for that bitch nigga to fumble, man.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line.
I don't give a damn.
Bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
3-yard line.
I done gave him 2 hits.
They go play action with Jackson. Steps away to
running niggas with this goddamn Lamar Jackson, bro.
For the Baltimore Ravens.
I did, bro.
Jackson remembers 7 rushing touchdowns in his MVP season of 2019, and he's into the end zone here as well.
And when you hear that 7 rushing touchdowns in 2019, doesn't it surprise you a little bit?
Yeah, you almost expect more, right?
Yeah,
tell you
what.
what.
You think Lamar Jackson got in the end zone a bunch more? That might be what he does in 2020.
And they will take a 7-point lead now.
Whoa.
Makes the score. Ravens 27, Cowboys 20. Justin Tucker.
Tucker now to kick it away.
If I get a hold of him, bro, I'm gonna hurt him, bro.
This taken in about 4 yards deep. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And now, after the touchdown a moment ago, they work from behind in a 7-point game in this 4th quarter. Plenty of time on the clock. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a 1st down. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Prescott from the gun. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
Receiver coaches preach to their guys all the time. Separation, that's what's going to make the play successful. That time there was very little, and I think they were actually fortunate that it was only knocked away and not intercepted.
Throwing again, Prescott on 2nd and 10. And this one quickly to Lamb. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. The extra effort after the catch makes it good for a gain of 26 and also a 1st down.
I'm about to lose to this nigga.
The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10.
I know he is, bro. All he doing is running with McCaffrey and what's his name? Lamar.
10th carry.
All he doing.
Linebacker Patrick Queen bringing him down.
I like the call there because that was one to take time off the clock and get them closer to getting out of here with a W. In the mind of the play caller, all you want to hear is tick, tick, tick.
And this one incomplete.
Bro, every time I press to throw the ball, bro, he hold on to the ball a hair longer, bro.
Pressure the quarterback or drape ball over the passing lane.
Yes, that's exactly what you do. It's both because they're not mutually exclusive. They may have been at one time in football, but not anymore. You want to have that pressure. If you have a big-time pass rusher, send him after the quarterback, and then make sure you blanket the field.
Prescott. He'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 41. Boy, that's a 5-yard loss. 4th down now.
Sorry, bro.
4th down.
Down 7, and they've got to go for it here on 4th down. Prescott to throw. To the left side and complete for Amari Cooper. And now this is going to depend on the spot.
Fucking lost.
And they say he's just short. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Ravens are going to get the football back. The drive begins with a run by McCaffrey. And he put up a good fight, but he's going to be taken down behind the line of scrimmage. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Again, they run. Again, it's McCaffrey. McCaffrey with a first down and more. And finally brought down at the 43. That one covers 29 yards. First down.
First and 10 at the 43-yard line.
They'll give it up to McCaffrey. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Nigga ran the ball 30 times. I guarantee you with the same fucking play. This nigga got 263 yards on the ground.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4.
No, bro, with Christian McCaffrey, bro.
They'll run with McCaffrey.
Fucking.
And he's gonna
he got him from Jay Sean, bro. Niggas need to give up the league, bro. They give up everything else.
Tick away in this Baltimore victory, and they were really helped by their defense, forcing 3 turnovers.
I think what we saw in this one, today's defense. And what I mean by that is in the old days, pitching shutouts was